давай, давай. Беларусь, перемахай. Оп, давай, давай.
Allez, tout le monde avec Astérix et Obélix. Ils sont toujours sur la glace, ils se régalent. Qu'est-ce qu'ils nous proposent? Obélix est reparti là pour Obélix là. Il est au taquet. Comment Obélix? Comment Astérix? Ça c'est la spéciale, hein, la spéciale Obélix. Merci Obélix. Dans vous la note, regarde. Ouais. Et un peu plus longtemps, Obélix quand même, un peu plus longtemps, un petit peu plus longtemps. Faut que je fasse moi aussi. Faut que je fasse aussi. Allez d'accord, moi je fais, tu vois. Moi je fais. C'est bon? Tout le monde est bien chaud cet après-midi. Bonsoir pour la Biélorussie, bonsoir pour la Slovénie. On va vous demander une nouvelle fois avant d'entrer les joueurs de faire un maximum de bruit.
En entrant le match de ces arbitres sont licenciés désignés par la Fédération internationale de hockey sur glace. Cette évolution quotidienne de International Ice Hockey Federation. Les arbitres sont the referee of the game are Mr. Grant and Mr. Sticker. Les juges de ligne sont de la Nassman are Mr. Frederick et Mr. Vansten. La composition de départ de l'équipe de Biélorussie est starting line for Belarus. Le numéro 35, number 45, Lalande. Numéro 14, number 40, Lizovets. Numéro 89, number 89, Korov. Numéro 74, number 74, Kosicin. Numéro 88, number 88, Kovicin. Numéro 46, number 46, Kosicin. La composition de départ de l'équipe de Slovénie, the starting line-up for Team Slovenia. Le numéro 32, number 32, Drosselj. Numéro 7, number 7, Bretnar. Numéro 86, number 86, Washevich. Numéro 8, number 8, Jiglic. Numéro 24, number 24, Tishar. Numéro 55, number 55, Samoric.
Welcome to Paris, France, everybody. John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson, continuing Group B play, and here are teams trying to claw their way up the standings and stay alive, gain entrance into next year's tournament. Slovenia in their blues with lime green trim, and Belarus in their white and reds. Identical records coming in, 4 losses, 1 shootout loss, gives them each a point. And Dave, it is real. One of these teams may face relegation.
It's like a playoff game and you haven't won one yet. Both teams with their backs against the walls. And Belarus will get their best 3 players on a line together.
Kevin Lalonde in goal for Belarus, and the man stepping out, Gasper Krojul, to play it for Slovenia. Krojul in his last game made 32 saves. They lost to the Czechs. Prozil out one more time. Slovenia. Threw the puck away. Conversion moves Andre Kostitsyn. Shoots and misses the mark on the blocker side. Kostitsyn brothers back together again after Andre missed a pair of games due to injury.
And he'll play those two well together with Conversion, who's a nifty forward. And they'll count on that trio for offensive chances throughout this hockey game.
On the flip side, Sabolic, one of the more productive players for Slovenia, and he'll take an early shift and then a change. Referees in the game, Oliver Guamp from Canada, Daniel Stricker from Switzerland, linesman Roman Katterly from Switzerland, and Nathan Van Oosten, the Canadian as well. Lalonde keeps it going. Belarus near side of their own zone. Verlich trying to trap it, reaching up with the hand as Gregorts plays it down low. Urbas attempting to center. Couldn't work it there to Goljacic. Rubbed out on the far boards. Kulikov able to send it in deep on the second crack for Belarus. Now at center, Linglet. Belarus coming off their best showing in this tournament, pushing the host French to the limit and nearly coming out with their first victory.
They were ahead in the hockey game in the third period, and then a goal by Pierre-Edouard Bellemare, who's been everything for France, tied the score, and then they lose in that shootout. We see Andre Kostitsyn, who's back into the lineup, just one helper for him. In this game number 4, his team is playing in game number 6. His brother Sergei had a power play assist last game that put Belarus up 3-2.
Slovenia has led at times. We're surprising Finland before a loss. And of course, in their very first game, we're down 4-0 to the Swiss. Scored 4 goals to tie. Couldn't pull it off in the shootout. Throw by, sends it in, easy stop. Prozil, he won't take any chances.
The differences between these two nations and how they play. Slovenia, they'd like to create some board battles. They're a team that likes to rough it up along the wall. Belarus, they would prefer to dance. And if it could be a game where they can move out of the way and then make the play, they'll do that.
Drawing the Slovenian end. One back and played around by Robar. English, far side. Suffered suspension earlier in the tournament. Will lead the rush, 3-on-1. English with Sabolic. English across. Robar shoots. Coming over to make the stop. Kevin Lalonde as he squeezes tight.
Ziga English creates things with the rush. And then the pass been back and behind for Robar, who joins. This is a 3-on-1 created by the strength of English. Passes across, Lalonde pushes and then awkwardly squeezes the blocker to the right side of the body as he ends up like a spinning top afterwards. Robar trying to go through the arm, just gets caught up in the jersey.
Puck right on, off the draw, and the former Flames 5th round draft pick Kevin Lalonde will cover. 6th season with Dynamo.
Lalonde has been a busy goaltender at this tournament. There's no trapezoid behind the net, as you see, and he isn't exactly adept at playing the puck.
Robar off the dot to Sabolic, hammered it towards the goal. That was blocked by Sergei Kostitsyn. And a man Tachar ducking in front of the net as well, anticipating that was going to come up top. Slovenia in, some early pressure at the line. English a shot, locked in front, kicks right back to the line for Gregorts. Near side will be whisked around by Tachar, hoping to connect with Sabolic behind the net. Instead, Lisovitz is there. Belarus looking for a change, will move through center. Lisovitz carries in. And a roughed up play in the far corner with the defenseman Lisovitz and a penalty coming up.
Gregorts doesn't like to call. As Lisovitz had a head of steam down the left wing. Gregorts got in his way. Lisovitz knocked the puck ahead, tried to get there. And Gregorts interrupts his ability to get there, knocks him over as well. Belarus, the first power play of the hockey game, just 2 minutes and 56 seconds in.
Belarus 1 for 15 in the tournament. Start with a draw win that clears the Slovenia zone unintentionally. Robot back after it. So Slovenia's penalty kill, 10 for 16. 6 goals allowed, but they have produced a shorthanded marker.
Jan Murzak as part of the comeback in that opening match against Switzerland for Slovenia.
Demkov and Belarus in. Andrei Kostitsyn played towards Kulikov. There's Murzak. He'll steal. Down the ice it goes.
Probably talk a lot about that power play marker, the only one that they have so far, Belarus. That looked like they separated from France. That was last night. Instead, the tie score for the French, and they take it in a shootout.
Belarus actually had a power play in overtime. Couldn't make anything of it. Trying not to allow a power play opportunity slip by here. Belarus fired towards the goal. Krozul will stop. Slovenia will get the clear.
Big captain Stas there, getting it towards the goalie.
Lisovitz kicked it out of his skates, chased behind his own net by Yeglish. Lisovitz carries up for Belarus. Rister, chest high stop, rebound, and Krozul's got that. Following up Belarus, Lisovitz again on the power play. 40 seconds to go. Lisovitz out of the near corner, looks to the line, holds. Up the boards, drops off. Conversion now. Deep in the Slovenia zone. Conversion back to the line. Lisovitz. Belarus power play. Conversion. Side door. Stas looking for a man from the far boards. And Stefanovic was set up but couldn't swing one on. Another penalty coming to Slovenia. Conversion missed a chance to keep it in. Sprinting to the bench at the other end. Lalonde doesn't have too far to go. And Belarus will set it up 6-on-5. They're going to have a 5-on-3 if they get Slovenia to touch quick enough.
Well, they did not give it up quick enough, so they only have 4 seconds with a 5-on-3, but Krantz finishes high, the oldest player for Slovenia on the back end. So he'll sit. It's a roughing call, the arms high on that finishing check. 4 seconds of 5-on-3, and then a minute 56 of a Belarusian power play will continue.
Murzak shorthanded, draw one back. Robar trying to pump one around the near side boards and out, cannot. Gregor's out of the box. He'll join the 4 defending in their own zone. 1-for-1 Slovenia on the kill. Right back to another power play for Belarus. 5-on-4 Belarus. Demkov swings to Andrei Kostitsyn with only assist to his name. Andrei Kostitsyn down low in front. Demkov swung and missed once. Won't get a second chance. Slovenia gets the clear.
And they'll change en masse. Lalonde going to help the puck behind his own net.
Moving in swiftly, Sergei Kostitsyn carries to the goal line, drops off. Andrei Kostitsyn, far boards, gets it back on the power play. A switch to the left circle. Andrei Kostitsyn to Sergei Kostitsyn to the line. Conversion now to Kostitsyn down low. Jam play at the net. Demkov can't beat Krozul with the left pad save. And the puck still loose, kicks back out. Andrei Kostitsyn over everything as Krozul dropped his stick, and all he could do is shrug the shoulders, and Slovenia gets away with it.
Missed opportunity as the top of the net was open. But with all the traffic, the goaltender Krozul just decided, let the stick go, get the arms free, didn't have to make a stop.
35 seconds to go. Stefanovic over the line. A steal. Verlich, shorthanded, has the room taken away. Stas to center, no further. Right back at Belarus. Lipnik down the ice. 15 seconds to go. Belarus power play. Conversion winds his way in. Robar pressured out of the near corner. Slovenia can't move it past the line. Down low in the zone. Belarus again. Right circle. Conversion off a stick. Threw it to the bottom portion out of the box. Krantz and Slovenia with a pair of big penalty kills to start the first.
And Slovenia's going to make sure they don't take another penalty. Get some 5-on-5 action. They haven't made Lalonde that busy so far in the early part of the hockey game.
Both teams tied with a single point in Group B play. This is to avoid relegations. It skips towards the front of Lalonde, and that was a dangerous looking play that Lalonde will check twice on. Slovenia kills off a pair, still scoreless in Paris. Lots of links in the crowd as Slovenia urging the blue and lime green ahead. Scoreless tie after a pair of penalty kills. John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson with you.
Belarus picks up some shots on their power play. They're ahead 5-2 in that regard. Slovenia wants to get going here as their play has fallen off as the competition has gotten tougher for them, but they see Belarus as equals.
Belarus off the draw. Sienkiewicz. Found an errant helmet. Knuckler towards the goal. Projo flips the stick over, bats it over to the far board. Slovenia zone. Linglet in there against Kovacevic. Now Pretnar looking for the exit. Sabolic will provide that. Sabolic ahead with two others. Tatar holding the line. Sabolic to the third. And a wrister right on. And a stop by Lalonde as he is able to move across on Kovacevic.
Talked about Robert Sabolic, who's able to create the play up the left wing, moving into the middle, a right-hand shot. Kovacevic trying to sneak it again through Lalonde. In international competition, if you lose your helmet during the course of play, you have to go right to your own bench. You can't play the puck, you can't stand around, or it's a penalty. Sharangovic for the Belarusian team had to do that in his own zone.
Murzak, draw win. Touch to the near boards by Verlic, he'll get it back. Verlic spreads it out. Hustling after it, Krantz holds the line for Slovenia. Off escape, Belarus' second opportunity to get out. Robai will direct it down. Projo steps out, plays it around. Problems getting that puck out cleanly. Now Urbas will collect, swing in on the left wing boards. Urbas to the line. Pump fake from Vidmar across, one-timer, blocked before getting that Belarus goal. Drozd with Slovenia changing. Belarus trying to move up quickly. Off the stick of Stefanovic, who could have been the hero in the shootout for Belarus in their last game. Did score against France, was put on the spot again, and went 1 for 2. Gregorts jumping up, threw it to the top of the goal crease, out of the corner on the wide miss. Goljicic working down low. Rodman for Slovenia. Now Goljicic tied up behind the net. Orgrijanček in from the line. Robar. Orgrijanček now to the net. Tipped and a stick save there by Lalonde as Goljicic was in front. Gregorts shuffles, fires, and that's off the blocker side of Lalonde.
Lalonde's an active goaltender. He likes to come out above the blue, sometimes invites traffic, but gets a little bit wild at times. It's an older defense for Slovenia. Krantz is 35, Robar 34, Kovacevic 31, Vidmar just turned 31, or will in a couple of days.
Angled on by Slovenia. Easy long range save by Kevin Lalonde. Slovenia gave it up. Belarus trying to come in with a shot. Linglet was blocked on the play. Moved to the point. Sienkiewicz blocked. Sienkiewicz again. Blocked. Linglet in front. Can't get it to go. Slovenia standing tall in front of their goaltender, Projo.
That second shot hit Linglet in the pants, and then when he found the puck, got it towards the goalie. There's pockets of life here for Belarus in this opening frame.
Sabolic resets. Repe played across. Puck advanced by Podlipnik, then stolen by Belarus. Hustling in is Demkov, giving Slovenia fits. Pop free, throw by, cautious against the countering 55, Sabolic. Repe, defenseman for Slovenia, ahead. Smooth skating to Char. Crossed the line, lost it, into the Belarus bench it goes.
Char has been quite a charm for Slovenia, and some of his strong play. He was able to elevate his team to participate in the 28 Winter Olympics in Pyeongchang. Yeah, he scored the shootout winner, had 2 power play goals as well as Belarus lost. Slovenia won that shootout game. Kopitar as well scored for Slovenia, and that punched their ticket to Olympic action next year.
Murzak, the biggest name in this roster. No Kopitar available. Murzak of the Detroit Red Wings on the ice, wearing 39, won a Calder Cup. Belarus in on the attack. Held in at the far point, Yevchenko. Once but not twice, Yevchenko backing up. Plays to the middle. Back down low, Trojo rolling puck, saw it, started to twist and turn and contorted himself. And gets away with it as Rodman backhands one into the other end. Not deep, Slovenia may get caught here, but they send a third man to the line, and it'll be Goljacic helping things out. Now Gregorts chipped in. Milan out to move it. Sergei Kostitsyn jumped on him, plays it cross ice, still able to connect with an entrance. Drop back to Sergei Kostitsyn. Another drop pass. Shot from the far point is blocked. Slovenia tracks the rebound, trying to get out on the near side. It'll knuckle through center.
Belarus guilty of overpassing, but again, both Kostitsyn brothers would prefer to make the pass rather than shoot themselves.
Belarus changing. Puck right by the bench. Lisevitz sends it in. Stas, the captain, out of the corner, along with Kulikov. Jousting for it, bounces to the line. Belarus can't hold. Stefanovic ahead, swung in. Trojo handles it cleanly this time. Puck does go end up on end. Stas to Demkov, turns and shoots. Stick save in the butterfly from Trojo. Belarus looking to draw first blood. Demkov again, a drive and a stick save one more time from Trojo.
Demkov's been dangerous. A heady player, big curve on his stick too. The puck isn't on there on that blade for very long.
7 and change left in the first. Scoreless tie, Slovenia, Belarus. John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson, happy to be with you today. Sienkiewicz. Played up to Char, a steal. Sabolic was heading in to Char. Forced off the puck, Belarus countering, pops free, they'll score! Pavlovic beats Trojo on the glove side, and it's 1-0 Belarus.
Slovenia guilty of handing the puck away, and Pavlovic makes them pay with a nice shot up over the glove. Slovenia doesn't get it deep. Belarus thinks he can get it into the zone, but it's knocked free right onto the stick of 71. And upstairs. Trojo slow to react with that left hand as it's thrown towards the net by Linglet. And right there, Podlipnik tries to put it to open ice. Instead, it's onto the stick of 71. And he puts it upstairs. Goals in back-to-back games for him. And he says, yeah, I put it right where I wanted it.
The finger wag and a little extra change in the pocket for Pavlovic. One-0 Belarus. Icing against the Belarusians. Pavlovic has been heating up as this tournament moves along.
Well, Slovenia is guilty of, first of all, not getting it deep, second of all, backing in, third of all, the giveaway. So if you make 3 mistakes in a row, it's usually a time for a face-off at center ice. Alexander Pavlovic's 3rd goal of the tournament.
Merzak draw win. Slovenia trying to hang with Belarus. Important game for both teams. Vidmar, defenseman pinching low to the line. Krantz's shot blocked. Vidmar again near point. Fakes. Now let's go. That one deflected off Merzak, just wide of the glove side of Lalonde. Probov trying to clear. Did get it out through center. No icing. Belarus will change.
Pavlovic has played in the KHL with Dino Minks. 3/4 of this Belarusian team plays together on that team as well.
Flying in. Golyacic, that goes up and out. Belarus, Pavlovic have the goal they're looking for, leading Slovenia 1-0. Belarus a 1-0 lead against Slovenia. In Paris, John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson with you, thanks to that man, Pavlovic.
Thought he was part of the good things that happened for Belarus in their last game against the French. Turns out it wasn't good enough, but they opened the scoring here. They've been the better team through the first part of this first period.
Golyacic for Slovenia, pushed the draw ahead, took a little half chop there. Big call that from Yavenko. Golyacic behind the net for Slovenia. Threw it out in front, bouncing puck. Tough for Rodman to handle, but he'll settle it down, work out of the corner. Verobai tangled him up. Centering, Rodman off his stick. That goes wide on the second attempt from Slovenia past the blocker side of Lalonde. Slovenia again working high in the zone. Defenseman Robar rolled away from him. Now Gregorc, some room, shoots, blocked in front of Lalonde. Mad dash for the third crack. Gregorc unloads again, stop Lalonde, juggled back between the legs, and he'll squeeze the wickets tight.
Making sure the shot gets through. That's 15 Gregorc. Able to move to his right and left and get open, get the shot through. That hits Yavenko. Belarus can't find the puck. So back to Gregorc, and he does it again. See what I mean about Lalonde? He's out, kind of scrambly, and like a cat looking after his chew toy. Finally finds it off the heel of his own defenseman, Verobai.
Just over 5 remains in period number 1. Gregorc, a couple of good chances from the point. Nothing directly on goal. Jeglic will take the draw for Slovenia. Well, maybe he won't. Tachar now shown into the face-off circle. One back by Belarus, Shinkevich, Demkov, and it's out. Kulikov protects on the near board, swings low, Demkov following up. Now to Stas, tries to wrap it around on the backhand, shoots, and a paddle stopped by Krojul with the stick down.
You got Krojul off the blocker post, but couldn't get it elevated. Nice. Almost there by Stas.
Sabolic will draw a penalty. Belarus going to the box. Slovenia protecting, trying to get Krojul to the bench. Boy, that was rather slow from the Slovenian netminder. Now the extra attacker's on.
I wonder.
Slap shot, stopped by Lalonde, and the whistle sounds. And Slovenia to the power play.
Dave Lewis looks on as the first power play for Belarus, for Slovenia, as Belarus takes their first penalty.
Team Belarus, minor penalty for hooking.
Board battle. Feet just weren't moving, so the hook comes in, almost latched on like the seatbelt. Kenkel drops his stick too late. The hooking call, he disagrees. Slovenia gets their chance, 5-on-4.
3 for 19, Slovenia on the power play in the tournament. Belarus has given up 5 power play goals against off of 20 shorthanded situations. This one right down the ice in a hurry for Belarus. Kenkel in the box, Slovenia on the power play, Breitnar ahead. Belarus sniffing for it behind the goal line. Belarus another seam.
Slovenia will have 2 forwards hang high and then spread out some players along the wall.
Breitnar, the blue liner, coughed it up with an errant pass near the line. Belarus turns, shorthanded conversion to the net, and a left pad stopped by Krojel. Had to get a piece of that one. Flying up ice in transition on the power play, Sabalic gains the zone. Hard around, avoids Lalonde's touch. Urba swings right back. Near side corner, Sabalic in front. To Verlic, back to Sabalic as Robar for the one-timer, cuts back in. Sabalic cross ice, looking for Merzak off the far point.
Now you get that close, you want to shoot, get it to the net.
Robar resets on the power play perimeter. 50 seconds to go for Slovenia. Now Sabalic fires, stopped by Lalonde. Rebound will be batted in. English will score for Slovenia on the power play to tie the game at 1.
Hopped onto the ice at the right time, went right towards the net, and found the puck and put it in. English opens the scoring for Slovenia. He'll come out of your screen in a moment as Sabalic has the puck, the shot there. Look at the rebound, it's knocked over, and the youngster, English, taps this one past the goaltender Lalonde. He tries to get the left pad out in time, but no. The windmill celebration. And we've got a tie score here. Mentioned how Lalonde gets away from his net. If he's closer to that blocker, glove post, he has a chance. He didn't there.
Power play goal from Slovenia. And English brings it to a 1-1 tie near the late stages of the first. Icing on the ensuing draw from Slovenia.
Crowd shot. We talked about Sabalic and how things happen in a positive way when he's out in the ice. As Jeglic was able to convert.
Movement off the draw. Sharangovic for Belarus. Can't win it on the forehand. Slovenia pressured with the net front. Lindblad nearly got to it ahead of Krojel in that Slovenia goal. Now Slovenia exits. Lisovic back after it. Belarus open the scoring. Slovenia counter on the power play. Robar left it for Tachar just ahead of him. Lalonde out to handle it. Wrapped around the far boards. English in there again. So is Sabalic. A little chop there to Lisovic, trying to sell it. Won't be able to pick up a power play opportunity for Belarus.
It's kind of taking the steam out of Belarus, that power play marker.
Slovenia backing up 5 in the neutral zone as Sienkiewicz hammers one in, and that will be icing against Belarus.
And the referee is going to make sure that Belarus doesn't try a change after that whistle. The defenseman will stay out on the ice. It's just some looks at the coach, Dave Lewis, who's in tough with his team. 13th consecutive year at the World Championship. I think they should be the better team. They're ranked higher, 10th to Slovenia's 15th.
Two captains on the face-off. Stas of Belarus. Merzak leans in and wins for Slovenia. To the far boards, to Char, to the front. Jammed on the trapper post, and the left skate there for Lalonde. Belarus able to clear. Urbas. Kept to the outside. Sienkiewicz all over him. Wraps it around, and again the left pad on the trapper post from Lalonde activated. Urbas showed his strength.
Slovenia's gotten their legs here with that goal.
Crowd getting active near the end of the period, a minute 20 to go. 4 Slovenians into the Belarus zone. Sharp angle shot from Goljacic, nearly missed everybody. This hops up Sergei Kostitsyn and into the Belarus bench.
Sergei Kostitsyn, like his brother, a up and down but lengthy NHL career. There's times where they get hot and everything touches their stick and ends up in the back of the net. Not so much in this tournament, both with a helper each, and they'll have to offer up more. Specifically in this game, we mentioned it on the outset that the loser, if one of these teams doesn't pick up a point, is looking at relegation.
Breitner at the line, Richter, good stop by Lalonde as he flashes the blocker on that one. Slovenia trying to grab their first lead before the period expires. Belarus able to fend them off and send it down the ice. Under a minute to go in the first. Rodman leads the next charge in. Slovenia. Hyde shoots, scores! What a bullet from Rodman! Bar down, and it's 2-1 Slovenia.
The power play goal energizes them, and this late marker has got their fans in an uproar. David Rodman, the younger of the Rodmans that have played for Slovenia at the international level, has an absolute bullet. He holds, he waits, there's traffic, and he picks the top corner over the blocker. Lalonde is down, can't pick up the release. Through a stick, up and in. Kostitsyn brothers, a little weak on the back check, and that is bar down, celebration time. 2-1 Slovenia.
How about the play by Rodman to draft the screen in front of him, slip into a pocket where he was undetected, and a huge goal for Slovenia, who were 1 down to Belarus and are now up 2-1. Will come in at 19:15 of the first.
Rodman's brother Marcel was drafted by the Boston Bruins back in 01. But it's the younger Rodman that gets the goal.
Don't believe any of the family played with Jordan or Pippen.
But they are good rebounders.
Big time goal for Rodman near the end of the first. Slovenia just happy to kill some clock now. And it's Belarus wearing the stunned face as the buzzer sounds. Slovenia back-to-back goals, and they lead it 2-1 heading out of the first period of play against Belarus from Paris, France.
You can check out the screens to see
pour le trouver, vous savez, hein, évidemment, c'est dans les équipes officielles de ce championnat du monde IIHF. C'est ici, bien sûr, à la Carotel Arena, dans les dossiers, où on retrouve ce programme hyper fourni, plein d'infos, très pertinentes sur les joueurs, les équipes, ce championnat du monde au sens large du terme. Alors demandez le programme.
If you want to bring back some souvenirs at home, don't forget to buy the official program with all the information you need to know about the competition. You can find it at the commercial area, so make your way to the commercial area, and buy souvenirs, mini mascots, and the official program.
Oui, vous les connaissez également, hein, la journaliste qui est là, bien sûr, avec casquette, t-shirt, écharpe et le reste, j'en passe d'ailleurs, les mascottes en miniature que vous pouvez ramener dans vos pays respectifs. Les petits rappels, les petits rappels bien sûr pour vous dire que si vous avez vos billets pour le match à venir, c'est très important de sortir par la porte C. La porte C pour sortir pour revenir, être sûr de revenir.
Effectivement, je ne sais pas si vous avez vu les tickets, si vous êtes avec nous tout à l'heure, mais for those who have already the tickets for the next match between Canada and Switzerland, don't forget to make your way to gate C at the end of the current match between Belarus and Slovenia.
Bon, c'est là, plein d'enfants et c'est génial cet après-midi. On va tenter de vous apporter quelques petites informations supplémentaires. Vous savez, ce sont les anecdotes que l'on raconte régulièrement. Ça s'appelle officiellement le saviez-vous? C'est sur les écrans, regardez. Alors, le saviez-vous? On va parler du Canada, notre équipe leader ici dans le groupe A, qui est représenté par une véritable équipe nationale uniquement depuis 1964. Ça fait 50 années, 53 ans. Et donc, ce championnat qui s'est déroulé en Autriche dans le cadre des Jeux Olympiques d'hiver, dites-vous, jusqu'à cette date, eh bien, c'était le club champion amateur de pays à la feuille érable, défendait les couleurs canadiennes et non pas l'équipe nationale dans des championnats du monde. On notera d'ailleurs que le premier club inscrit en 1920 fut les Falcons de Winnipeg et que le club amateur a joué une dernière fois le mondial en 1963, en 1964 c'est terminé. Il portait le nom des Smoke Leaders de Trade, sacré à deux reprises en 1939 et en 1961.
The attacker Philippe Pozon, for the French player, he was the first French hockey player to play in the IIHF. He went the 36 of the Saint-Louis Blues, played 3 seasons between 1992 and 1995. He played 145 games and scored a total of 37 points, 15 goals and 22 assists.
Allez, j'en ai encore une petite pour vous en français. Le saviez-vous? On revient avec cette information pour vous parler du congrès annuel de l'IIHF de 1970. Il avait été organisé à Stockholm et c'est là qu'il fut décidé de séparer définitivement les championnats du monde des Jeux Olympiques. Vous avez compris qu'avant c'était en même temps. Du coup en 72, bien, les Jeux se déroulèrent au mois de février à Sapporo, c'était au Japon bien sûr, tandis que 2 mois plus tard à Prague, en Tchécoslovaquie, il y a eu le tournoi mondial qui s'est passé plus tard et bien séparé des Jeux Olympiques. Ben voilà. Alors regardez ce qui se passe, regardez notre petite bande. Ça tombe bien parce qu'on voulait danser un petit peu.
Exactement, on va mettre un petit peu de musique et vous allez voir, ça va être la fête de partout dans les travées de la Carotel Arena. Musique, c'est parti.
Allez, on voulait faire un dance cam, on danse tout le monde, c'est parti. On y va. Le petit groupe ici bien sûr, mais dès qu'on vous attrape à la caméra, c'est vous qui dansez aussi, on y va. Allez, you can dance. On danse, on y va.
John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson bring you back to Slovenia, Belarus. Second period action and an entertaining first. Slovenia clawed back from being in a 1-0 hole to put two past that man Kevin Lalonde. And the most recent off the stick of Rodman, a hawk shot to make it 2-1 Slovenia.
That was in the last 3 minutes or so of that first period. Rodman, a smart play to allow traffic to get in front of him, and then he lets the shot go over the blocker. Yeglish on the power play goal had come off the bench into a rebound situation. He made no mistake. Look at strength of schedule as Slovenia will play their next game, the last game for them at the tournament, on Monday against hometown France, who have been just a thorn in the side of most teams. Whereas Belarus will finish off in the last day in round-robin play on Tuesday against Norway, who haven't given up a lot of goals.
Slovenia with the blue, lime green trim jerseys. Belarus in the white and reds to start the second period from Paris. It'll be all the way down the ice. These two teams we mentioned at the top, Dave, tied with 1 point through tournament play at this stage. Italy in the other group, playing out of Cologne in Group A, also with 1 point. Those are the unfortunate bottom dwellers at the 2017 World Hockey Championship. This game important because neither team wants to be relegated out of the 2018 version that will take place in Denmark. Entertaining first as well. Andre Kostitsyn in on the left wing side. Pushed wide by Praetner. Centers and conversion scores. Easy tap in, and Belarus has tied it early in the second.
Top line for Belarus opens the scoring in the second period. Conversion goes right to the front of the net. Andre Kostitsyn has missed a couple of games. Brings back some hardness on the puck, centers it. See Kroschel just twist it around. That's the goaltender for Slovenia. Praetner is trying to keep Kostitsyn to the outside, just loses some momentum there. And conversion is left unchecked. Samahud Kovacevic misses his mark. Conversion doesn't. The tap in, 2-2.
Late goal in the first by Slovenia, with 45 seconds left to swing in front to one. Early goal in the second, 29 seconds in by Belarus to tie 2-2. Belarus looking for more as Kroschel to push to his left to make the stop, and he'll hang on.
A little better on that one. It hasn't been easy for Belarus scoring goals coming into their last game yesterday against France. Had only scored 3 goals. They got 3 against France. They got 2 here in this game. So that's not going to be enough. They don't want to split points. Neither team does.
Pavlovic working in the far corner down low in the Slovenia zone. Slovenia able to exit. Push towards Rodman, stolen by Yavenko. Played to center, wheeling in. Sharangovic with speed to the net. Cuts to the slot, shoots. Rebound was there for Linglet, and he couldn't put it on. And Linglet might have taken a high stick at the end of that one, is down in the corner.
Well, he would have had a tap in, but the stick busts his visor. So he's going to shake that off. You see the visor has been split. How do you miss that is what he's asking. This is up ice with some speed. Sharangovic to the front of the net, the rebound, and then boom. Rodman clips him. That's a technical foul. All kidding aside, Linglet's lucky there, and so is Slovenia. That puck doesn't go in the net. Call was missed on the ice, and it stays 2-2. Rodman on the back check trying to make sure he gets a part of the stick of Linglet. Just got too high. Linglet's going to be lost for a moment. Then you have to put a new visor under his helmet unless he decides to go without it.
See the gruesome photo from Victor Hedman?
Visor broken, cutting just below the eye.
Needed several stitches to close that gap, playing out of Group A in Cologne, Germany. Breitner defending in his own zone. Belarus has tied it early. The Steenson brothers in on it, and they work it to the line. Krobov across, down low. Lisovic snuck one right through the top of the goal crease, out the other side. Belarus will change. Lisovic from center, angles one in. Slovenia trying to clear. Belarus. John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson, welcoming those viewers over from TSN 5 and Cologne, Germany, where Russia is leading Slovakia 3-0. Just some ice issues we understand, so thanks for hopping on with us. It's been an entertaining game between Belarus and Slovenia.
Certainly has been. First goal of the hockey game by Pavlovic right over the glove. Jeglic, he gets a power play marker. Rodman with the shot puts Slovenia ahead, but not for long. Early second period. The Steenson brothers team up. Conversion taps it in. 2-2 here in Paris, France.
Merzak, the captain for Slovenia, wins a draw in the Belarus zone. Work behind the net. Lisovic, piece of the stick of Urbas on the forecheck on the way by. Makes its way out to center. Slovenia back in their own zone now. Banked ahead, reaching for it. Belarus able to clear off the stick of Sienkiewicz. Merzak doubles back. Merzak with some speed through center. Dishes over. Played back towards Merzak in the slot in the Belarus zone. Missed him. Merzak again to the far boards. And that one off a stick up and out as Podlipnik let it go.
Haven't seen a lot in this game of Jan Merzak. Perhaps he'll get himself going. Podlipnik trying to get it through towards the net. Belarus 10 shots in the first period, 13 for Slovenia. We get a look at the captain, longtime forward for Belarus, Andrei Stas.
Leans in against Goljacic for Slovenia. 2-2 tie. Their team's trying to avoid relegation, but made a good game of it. Podlipnik again with the drive and contact with Kevin Lalonde, the Belarus goaltender in front. That puck slipped wide. Goljacic, far point. Podlipnik pump fakes, holds, far circle, doesn't shoot, nearly lost it. Swings down low. Goljacic out of the corner with Rodman. Rodman backhander, left wing circle, curls to the forehand, shoots up top, and snaring that one for a pause is Kevin Lalonde.
A couple of times now Slovenia has overthought themselves from a good shooting area to a poor one. First Podlipnik, and then on this second chance, Rodman skating away from the net towards the boards. He just decides, okay, get it towards the net. Easy stand-up stay for Lalonde. Belarus won less than 50% of the face-off in the first period.
Robar off the draw win here from the far point. Sent one wide behind the net of Lalonde. Worked around to the near side. I think Gregorz thought he was going to get it, but picking up instead. Sharangovic with a shot. One-on-one. Stopped by Krojul. Came back out, and Linglet blasted that wide.
It's the second time now the Slovenian defense have put the puck right back into a scoring area for Belarus. Happened back in the first, and it was the first goal of the hockey game for Belarus.
That came off the blade of Pavlovic, who touched it over to Linglet. Bouncing puck reversed at the line. Belarus will have to clear. They'll settle for a line change. Krobov, Lisovic. Dropped off, Sergei Kostitsin floated one on. Right pad stopped by Krojul. Kostitsin brothers contributing for that 2-2 tying goal. Play from the point will be caught by Krojul on the glove side.
These two teams knotted at 1 point apiece in Group B play. Slovenia got their only point in their opening game as they came back and put a Swiss 4-0 lead into a 4-4 tie, lost in the shootout there. Belarus, their last game, they thought they were getting the full win. Instead, Belmar from France ties it up. Da Costa wins it with 2 shootout goals. That's how Belarus got their only point.
Andrei Kostitsin shuffling behind the net. Here's far side, lost it, could not save at the line. Andrei Kostitsin, Sergei Kostitsin, careers have followed each other around. Andrei, the first rounder of the Canadians, Sergei followed suit. Andrei to Nashville, Sergei followed suit. Andrei to the national team, Sergei followed suit. Yeglish working out of the corner, lone attacker for Slovenia. Stolen by Belarus, lots of space to move it.
The Kostitsin brothers were slow to get offense, pointless through the first couple of games, and then Andrei now has 2 helpers, Sergei 2 helpers, trying to help their team stay out of relegation.
Slovenia to center ice. Mrzak whistles one in. Wrapped around to the far boards. Tracks back to the Slovenia captain. Krantz behind the net. Urbas stepping out. Dropped off. Verlic swings down low. Behind Lalonde. Verlic for Slovenia. Backhands it on the cycle. Kept alive Urbas behind the net. Mrzak. Jan Mrzak out of the corner. Has a man in front of Urbas. Stops. Tries to hit him. Mrzak center. Goes to Urbas. And couldn't get it cleanly. Penalty coming up for a play in front. Long way to go for Krojel. Teammates will help him out, skating that one back to the Slovenia zone.
That was great work by Mrzak to shake the check behind the net from Korobov. Finally put it at front, and Verlic gets it off the heel of his stick.
Belarus extra attacker on to Char, sandwiched against the glass. That'll be touched up, and Slovenia will have a power play to try and break out of a 2-2 tie. Play out of Group B in Paris, France.
Team Belarus, minor penalty for hooking.
On va faire, parce que c'est vrai que dans le match réel sans Roland, on va la faire cette petite là, on pose l'occasion, on va faire partir, on va faire tourner, peut-être on va faire un record d'ailleurs, il y a 4 mois là, on peut faire mieux dès aujourd'hui. Attention.
Time for the Mexican way, so please put your hands like that. If you are behind us, put your hands like that and make ready for the Mexican way. You're gonna turn this way, right?
John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson with you. Anxious crowd for Slovenia, trying to capitalize with a power play. Did so prior in the game and are on their second.
Blue and green jerseys for Slovenia, representative of their country in the mountainous, lush forests, many lakes and streams.
Slovenia in a 2-2 tie on the power play in the middle frame, approaching the halfway point of the second, in fact. Lisovic, the Belarus in the box, and he watches it go down the ice in front of him. Mrzak ahead, Yeglish at the line, had it broken up. Zinkevich looking for Pavlovic, much too high in that pass, but it works as a zone clear.
Series of passes coming up the ice, the last one doesn't connect.
Yeglish again, Sabolic, tight play at the line, knuckling puck in the air. Slovenia has to go back. Yeglish a third time, in for Tacharl on wrister, deflected off a stick and wide. That rides the glass up and out.
I'd like to get at least to the hash marks before you stop up. Brock Tichar. It's been difficult to deal with for the opposition. He likes to take the puck towards the net. That's a look at the coach, Nick Zapancic, who played over 20 years in various leagues. A lot of that in Belarus as well, or pardon me, Slovenia. Trying to get his team to get the power play goal against Belarus here and get ahead.
1:17 to go in the second Slovenia power play of the hockey game. Capitalizing on the first, that was the opening goal of the game for Slovenia to tie it at ones at that point. And we're tied at twos. Slovenia looking for the separator this time. 1 minute to go, Slovenia power play. Backhand knuckled in. Rodman into the corner. Verlic behind the net. This one back up the boards to the line. Kreitnar dishes one over. Kovacevic behind the net now. Slovenia to Kreitnar. Hammer to one-timer. High and wide again off the glass now.
He's going to want to take a look at that stick. It just elevated as soon as it got into a one-time position. It was a nice play from below the goal line. It had all the Belarusian defenders watching. There was a lane there, but Kreitnar off the toe of his stick, up and out. Frustration there. So 36 more seconds, it'll be a neutral zone face-off.
Puck dropped just outside the Belarus zone. Kick back in, Sienkiewicz able to send it down. Opportunity perhaps for Stas in front. If Pavlovic could have won the battle cleanly behind the net. Belarus taking time off the clock as Robar was the player victimized in the Slovenia zone, and now Robar once again. Moved up to Murzak. Time running out, Slovenia power play. Murzak gains his own right wing side, swings to the line, Sabalic. Traffic in front. At the point, Robar, Sabalic. Left side Robar, right side Sabalic, slap pass, cross zone, back to Robar, a slapper right on, stopped down low by Lalonde just as the power play expires.
English wants a penalty. He was dragged down, but the Belarusian player that did so injured himself on the play. Good passing by Slovenia, but the shot is swallowed up. Watch in front of that, the battle here, and that is Kenkel, who is taking English down, and in doing so, his left knee just buckles underneath him. There's another look at that left knee. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Initiates the contact, and then he's being helped off the ice. A hard shot through by Robar into the gear of Lalonde, and then the twisting nature of that left knee. Gonna need some ice bags.
Very fortunate that didn't buckle altogether, but that's a painful looking injury to Kenkel. Spent some time with the Lethbridge Hurricanes back in the day.
Pointless so far. This is 6th game, and he's going to get helped to the dressing room.
Draw wins Slovenia. Belarus down a defenseman. Push towards the goal and wide. Off the stick of Krantz. Back on the near side, Slovenia, who recently enjoyed a power play, did not do much with it. Trying to get ahead on the board, 5-on-5 now. Rodman, who has a goal in the game, comes down the right wing side, holds and shoots, and a piece of the blocker by Lalonde to keep that up. Backing up at the line, Slovenia able to defend for a moment. Orgrianchik across. Krantz in, Orgrianchik leads it to the goal. Backhand play by Lalonde. Andrei Kostitsyn coughed it up. Kovacevic in, shoots, gloved down by Lalonde as he bails out his veteran teammate.
A backhand offering as pushing and shoving is taken behind the net. That's Andrei Kostitsyn, and goal scorer for Slovenia, Rodman. But Lalonde comes out of his net to make a big stop. This is a backhand offering, intercepted by Kovacevic. It's going to go up. It's off the shoulder, just on the left side of the goalie, not in the glove. And we've seen this before, where Lalonde goes down, he hunches his shoulders over and facing the ice. You can't really see what's around him, and if that puck gets free, he's kind of swimming away from the net.
Sharangovic off a draw win, Belarus. Drop back, that fooled Sienkiewicz, who had to put it into neutral, go back in reverse. Now he'll start it up. Yavenko through neutral ice. Don't believe Linglet touched it, and that's icing.
Yavenko is tough to get around, 6'7". Tried his hand at hockey in North America. Back here now. Takes up a lot of room.
Like a slow burn on the bench for Dave Lewis.
2 years in the AHL for Yavenko, 103 games, had 1 goal.
Perhaps the coach hoping a clean breakout would take place. Well, off this face-off, Sabalic to the net, wide of the blocker side. Lalonde had the angle covered. Robar goes down against the linesman. In comes Belarus. Stefanovic to the side door, and Pavlovic has his second. Another finger wag for Pavlovic, and it's 3-2 Belarus.
Celebration says it all, 2 for him, 3 for Belarus. The play looked offside on the entry. Sapancic, the coach of Slovenia, not happy. Pavlovic is. He's not going to miss from there. Robar misses, runs into the linesman, and he's done. Coming into things, Pavlovic moves it to the middle. It's a shot right there, and the rebound just goes right to him. Shinkovic with the shot. Some traffic. And are we getting the celebration? Yes, 2. He's got 2. Got that, he's got 2. 2 in the game. Kroschel just can't get over.
The lead continues to swing. Belarus was up 1-0. Slovenia up 2-1. Belarus ahead 3-2. Having just breached the halfway point of period number 2. Pavlovic, second of the game, third of the tournament. And it's a dominant player from Belarus to help them to the lead.
Well, just a minor kerfuffle in the neutral zone because of Robar not being able to keep the puck in at the blue line. And the odd man rush is converted. Slovenian fans imploring their team to get back into this hockey game. Still 1-goal game, halfway through, just over halfway through, but can't just give up chances like that.
Slovenia on the move. Nikolacic with an empty net now, trying to put it in on the side. It was Orgrianchik, and a dive back stop from Lalonde. Orgrianchik can't believe it.
The crowd was urging them on. It worked, but not to the effect of a goal going in. Nice little relay pass going towards the net. The diving defenseman loses the stick. Goaltender's caught out, but gets the reverse glove save there. Orgrianchik trying the bank job, but want to look to go up the pads, not into the hands. Held on to by Lalonde.
Slovenia hoping to tie. 9:27 to go in the middle frame. Rodman. Breitner. Orgrianchik, who was just robbed, trying to pull up with a wrist shot, goes into the shin pads. And right back out as big Vorobai blocked it. Vorobai close to it now. Crossing line, Sharangovic for Belarus. Down low to Linglet. As Pavlovic in front, who's looking for the hat trick. Linglet lost control. Orgrianchik will backhand out. Pavlovic steals, comes in one-on-one. Pavlovic shoots, and that one didn't miss by much off a deflection. Puck rolled to the net, and Kroschel created more work for himself. It looked like off a bad rebound, but bailed out by Goljacic. Kuralt, haven't seen him get involved much in this game, goes offside.
Well, Sharangovic, if he gets the third one, you know his celebration. But he's not shy to shoot coming in. Here's that last goal. Pardon me, that's the opener for him over the glove. That's the one that brings about the 2. Got 2. He's going to shoot for 3, that's for sure.
Slovenia hoping they have something to say about that. Down by a goal. Droz helped beat out the icing. Belarus setting up again. Sharp angle shot from the near corner. Whistled wide in front. Play to the far board. Slovenia off the skate. Works as a headman pass. Holding the line is Pem coming in. Kuralt crisscrosses with Pem. Lost control. Pem gets it back. Has a man down low. Music. Kuralt. Music. Neither can get to Pem. Stepping to steal, Lisovitz in Belarus. Biding his time, Belarus will change on the other side.
Coach Nick Sapancic using more of his bench.
Out in front, Sergei Kostitsyn missed on the beautiful setup.
That top line again for Belarus.
Andrei Kostitsyn had a flyby. Puck slip under the heel of his stick. Yeglish in the underway. Yeglish to the front, Lalonde got a piece and then hauled down was Tachar. His stick airborne. And a penalty coming up to Belarus, who have the lead 3-2.
Belarus 74, minor penalty for slashing.
Allez, avec Gaëtan qui a déjà calé le bison, on va faire un tapping, vous connaissez le truc. Idéalement, c'est debout, c'est mieux, et surtout les mains. Voilà, très ouvert comme ça.
Guys, I want to see all the hands in the air, all your hands in the air.
Tout le monde, allez, attention, vous êtes prêts? Alors, on envoie le son.
John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson, and a spirited crowd in Paris, France. Belarus leading Slovenia 3-2, but second straight power play Slovenia has to try and change that.
These teams have taken turns taking the lead as Lalonde, the goaltender for Belarus, was at the bench getting his equipment organized. Talk about him as being an aggressive challenge goaltender. Perhaps some down-low plays are in order.
Yeglish take the draw against Stas. Stas for Belarus won it back. And a quick exit all the way down to Krojel, the goaltender.
The idea being for Slovenia, get the puck all the way across as Lalonde sometimes gets caught at one post, can't get across to the other.
Lalonde had that come to him. Easy setup this time. And down again it goes. Slovenia power play. Sabolic behind the net, trying to connect with Yeglish. Didn't work. Hustling to the line, far side, unable to keep it in. Slovenia and having to wait on the delayed offside. Sabolic making them pay. Grobov.
Just not reading off each other onto the entry.
Merzak, 1:05 to go. Slovenia power play, second of this period. Slovenia trailing. Trying to find a tying goal. Merzak might have it. Backhand in the slot. Hops away from him. Following up Slovenia to the line. Sabolic across. Fake shot. Sabolic gets it back. Reitnar swings. Far boards. Merzak shoots. Kicked away Lalonde. And the rebound collected by Belarus and whistled 200 feet away.
Kind of sliding to his right, Lalonde was, but that rebound doesn't go to a Slovenian stick.
Belarus jamming up the Slovenian line. Verlic breaks free, dishes over, pulling up Orbas. 20 seconds to go, Slovenia power play. Orbas from the far corner, skates down low, passes around near side. Rodman, Kovacevic, Rodman, Kovacevic. High slot, doesn't shoot, now does. Stop, rebound, Orbas, right to the legs of one of the defenders, Yavenko, as Verlic couldn't put it on. Line Kovacevic, penalty over. Slovenia can't capitalize on the power play. Rodman centering, hits a skate with a white jersey attached to it. And Sergei Kostitsyn out of the box will rush ahead. Snapper in and out of the glove of Krojel. Looked fine just throwing the paw up. Big rebound, goes the other way for Rodman. Drops off, and Goljicic couldn't put the shot on. Goljicic with under 5 to go in the second. Continues the possession, thrown to the front, and Orgrianchik swung and missed in tight on the line.
Last time the play went up ice by Belarus, the goaltender Lalonde stayed on his knees the whole time. He only got up because the play was coming back towards him. Don't know if he's fatigued or what it is.
Wiedmar forces Lalonde to move in the goal crease. Play into his right in the Belarus zone. Orgrianchik had a man fly past him. Slovenia gets back to that puck at the line. Wiedmar, Knuckler, that went off the body and just wide as Korobov had it hit him, stayed away from the glove side of the line. Belarus to center, 3-on-2 shaping up. Linglet has Sharangovic and Pavlovic, Vorobaj coming in at the end. And Vorobaj couldn't get a clean piece.
Bad time to change for Slovenia. They give up the odd man rush, it's not converted.
Under 4 to go. A haul down in the Belarus zone. Yavenko fortunate to get away with one there. Pavlovic now on the ice. 2 goals to his name, 4 in the tournament. That's 1 off the tournament lead, should he get another. Husic across, can't connect with the blue jersey. Yavenko ahead. Look out, the Belarus bench sent jumping. Puck didn't end up in it. Slovenia all the way down, and an icing call.
Well, this game's good, dragged through the mud a little bit here in late stages of the second period. Slovenia trying to claw their way back into this one, losing last night 5-1 to the Czechs. You see Sergei Kostitsyn, last 2 games has been his last 2 assists. Also playing last night, Belarus lost in that shootout to France. So second game in consecutive days, and at the end of periods you can kind of see the dwindling energy.
3-2 lead right now over Slovenia. And a draw win. Lisovic shot off the leg of Music, nearly sprang the forward as well as Robar just could not get it through. Slovenia carries in anyhow. At the line, Kovacevic shot blocked, trying to split the D, the high forward, but Kreitnar there to defend. Kavershin was looking for it. Kavershin angles one in. Kovacevic behind his net. Kreitnar now. Slovenia looking for some urgency. Picking up the tempo is Tachar. Fanned on the pass in the Belarus zone. Hustling to get it back. Jeglic tied up a stick. Move to Sabolic. He's shot. Stopped by Lalana the butterfly. Didn't see all that one, but got the stick down. Now Kreitnar across to Char. One-timer. That deflected off Yavenko and wide.
Talked about Sabolic on the opener, and again, he's the one that really wants to put the puck to the net every time.
Kreitnar coughed it up. Belarus and Kulikov to the net. Lifted that high over top of everything. Up and out of play.
Boy, did he ever. Kulikov, 1 goal through 5 games. As Kreitnar, the puck just sticks in all the snow near the bench. And in close, Kulikov gets to the forehand and scoops it right up and out.
.2:15 to go in the second period. 3-2 Belarus. Slovenia trying to come back. It'll be Linglet on the dot. Merzak a win. Krantz. Verlich. Into the Belarus zone it goes. Orbis chasing one down. Belarus protects for Lisovic. Near side, Linglet. Montreal, Quebec native. Into the zone, and they'll score. That was a pass by Pavlovic out in front. And it ends up between the legs of Krojul. 4-2 Belarus.
Late goal this time goes to Belarus. On an innocuous entry into the zone, Ilya Sienkiewicz gets his first of the tournament. The pass all the way across in the neutral zone, and as it sits, it's sent towards the net. Just that tip, the stick down at the right time. Pavlovic off the toe of the blade of Sienkiewicz. That mixes up the goaltender Krojul. He doesn't have his stick down on the ice. Look at this, it's not even off the blade, it's off the toe. Wobbling, bobbling, and in. 4-2 Belarus with 1:55 on the clock in period number 2.
Sienkiewicz, the defenseman, did get the last tip on it. That is a large goal for Belarus near the end of the second period. Demkov in some trouble here.
Yeah, it's going to be a penalty to Robar. Got his elbow up. We've seen a contact to the head penalty already. like he almost missed him. But he's going to sit regardless. So Sabancic, 46-year-old, seeing his team dig themselves a little bit of a hole here. And at the bench, Demkov, not real happy, gets connected. Painful when it gets you in the ear. I don't know, throw a big ice bag, that'll help. So to the penalty kill. And possibly the biggest penalty kill for them in the last minute 43 of this second period. Refs are trying to decide what they want to make this call. The hit to the head carries a 10-minuter as well. That was last game.
Team Slovenia, minor penalty, misconduct, checking for that to the head.
So that's what they decide upon. So Demkov, there he is going to the dressing room. Ice and more when he gets seated. And in the penalty box, that's going to be Robar, who's going to sit for 10+2. So they'll put someone else who will come out after the 2. That's Pem. But he hopes that's going to be in the third period.
Sergei Kostitsyn wins a draw. Belarus power play. Kostitsyn shoots and squeezed together. Krojul to stop, no rebound.
Going back to the hit to the head penalty I was talking about earlier, that was in the previous game. As Finland and Norway, let me get it right. Finland and Norway were battling a couple of nights ago. We'll get into that in a moment.
That's the game winner, in fact, out of the box for Finland in overtime. Kurobov on the power play for Belarus to Kulikov down low. Back to Kurobov at the line, mishandled it. 1:20 to go in the period. 1:34 in the Belarus power play. Sergei Kostitsyn in on the right side. Played down low by Andrei Kostitsyn. Back up the boards for Belarus. Cross ice Kulikov. Left circle. Stick handles. Leaves. Sergei Kostitsyn under a minute to go in the second. Belarus power play. Up 4-2. Kostitsyn holds and shoots. Blocker stopped by Krojul. Sergei Kostitsyn. Normally the setup man. That time pulled the trigger. Kostitsyn down low to Andrei Kostitsyn from Linglet. One stop. Krojul rebound left pad, and he's got it on the glove side.
So in explaining what I was meaning that last game, Finland-Norway, as there was a hit to the head, coach for Finland had to decide who to put in the penalty box to come out after it expired. Well, Norway couldn't capitalize in overtime. Out of the box and into a breakaway was Hannikainen, and he scores to give Finland a 3-2 overtime victory.
Draw in Belarus, 32 seconds to go in the middle frame. Power play continuing. Lisevitz at the line, dished it over. Gets it back, traffic in front, won't shoot. Pressure from Merzak. Down low, swing play, Stas in front. Loose puck, jammed at, Krojul out. And they'll find a way to put it in, Stas scores. Power play goal, 5-2 Belarus.
The captain extends the lead for Belarus. A costly penalty, and this one's getting away on Slovenia. Stas was knocked over on the glove side post, and he finds a way to get his stick on the ice while lying there. Towards the net, the drag move, he's just double crunched, knocked again, and as he's down, has the wherewithal to have the blade on the ice. Toe move, and watch right here, boom. Down but not out. But Slovenia might be 5-2 Belarus.
Game got away from Slovenia. That is the 4th consecutive goal of the second period for Belarus. Slovenia started the frame ahead 2-1.
We've seen a couple of these games by Slovenia, but they haven't been this undisciplined. Perhaps the nerves of where they are in the grouping coming into this game tied with Belarus at 1 point each. They're gonna have to pick their socks up.
Big period for Belarus, 4 goals in the frame. They'll take a 5-2 lead into the third, hoping to avoid relegation.
required. That is 132 kilometers per hour.
Allez, rentrez les jours dans les vestiaires et les stats pour nous, avec oui, les Russes qui ont fait le job à l'occasion de cette deuxième période. 4,7 sur ces 20 minutes et voilà, 4 buts, ça fait donner les souvenirs pour la du départ du début de la première période. Les chocs sont dans ce qui se passe au Slovenie 13 dans le Belarus, avec les musiques pour la date côté slovène. Et puis les pénalités importantes pour 12 minutes de
continue to prepare themselves. Living a man cream, super fast absorbing and non-greasy. Man, this is your cream. Living a man. It starts with you.
On sait que vous faites ça, bien évidemment, bien avant d'être ici à l'intérieur de la Tour de l'Arena, même à l'extérieur, ça joue à chaque fois. Et on vous se prend la caméra aussi, en train déjà de crier pour votre équipe.
It's the express two-step sequence and it's breakdown.
Cet outil, parce que c'est vraiment un outil très intéressant, très important, truffé d'informations, qui est à récupérer du côté, bien sûr, des boutiques officielles.
If you want to buy the official program of the 2017 IIHF World Championship, make your way to the commercial area. You can also buy some souvenirs like the mascots or, for instance, t-shirts.
Oui, les t-shirts de mascottes, les écharpes, les casquettes, etc. bien sûr. Et puis votre billet pour ce soir, si vous ne l'avez pas encore, on a une très grosse affiche à 20h15. Il faudra en profiter. Vous devez en profiter, c'est pas pour votre billet, c'est également sur les boutiques.
That's right, if you don't have your ticket for tonight's match between Canada and Switzerland, make your way to the commercial area or collect tickets.iihfworld2017.com.
Et puis la dernière chose très importante, bien sûr, si vous êtes déjà muni de ce ticket, nous vous invitons à sortir par la porte C. La porte C est très importante pour revenir le plus vite possible.
That's right, if you already have your tickets for tonight's match, just reach gate C at the end of the match between Slovenia and Belarus.
Voilà, on va essayer de reprendre un petit peu le lead dans cette aventure. On est là avec l'idée, les gars, vous allez pouvoir bouger un petit peu, on va avoir besoin de vous. Il y a les garçons ici, ouais. Il y a les filles aussi. C'est bon. Alors on va faire un petit match de bruit, d'ambiance. Garçons contre filles, non pas Biélorussie contre Slovénie, mais garçons contre filles.
It's time for the cheer challenge. It will be boys first and girls second. So if you're a boy, make ready to make some noise and follow the signal that here.
Alors attention, les garçons vous faites du bruit, c'est 3, 2, 1, faites du bruit! Les filles peuvent faire mieux, les dames, attention, mesdemoiselles, ça va être un bout la roue pour les filles. Vous êtes prêtes? On y va, c'est parti! 3, 2, 1, girls and allez, on y va, on peut même y retourner, garçons et filles, on peut être un record de la salle, allez savoir, il y a 104 décibels à battre, les garçons, les filles, together, tous ensemble, 3, 2, 1, c'est parti! Un record personnel aujourd'hui à 87 décibels. Bravo à tous.
Et maintenant, temps de retrouver les joueurs qui sont de retour sur la glace.
Oui, qui sont arrivés, les Biélorusses qui sont là également. Vous pouvez applaudir vos deux équipes.
On se retrouve dans quelques instants pour la troisième période de la suite.
John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson bring you back to Paris. Group B action. Belarus leading Slovenia 5-2 after 2 periods of play. And one of these teams will earn their first win of Group B play. Slovenia trying to come back. Belarus well on their way.
Game number 40 of the tournament. And Slovenia has dug themselves a hole that might be too big to crawl out of.
Kreitnar to start the third. Slovenia with the puck. Sabolic will tuck it in. Lalone left it. Slovenia trying to take a page out of Belarus in that second period. Tachar, cross ice. Yeglish off the boards. Goes back to the line. Kovacevic fell down to one knee, slipped over his stick. And right back into the Slovenia zone it goes.
Well, this game got wide open early. Conversion in the second period. Another goal here, the second of the game, as Pavlovic scores, and then Shekovic gets into the action, and then late in the first period, getting crunched, but being able to get the puck in the net. That's Stas, the captain. You see him there. His first goal of the tourney is the 5th goal for Belarus in the hockey game.
5-2 Belarus early in the third. Murzak shown the door, as is Stas. Sabolic will come in. Wins a draw for Slovenia. France knuckles one in. Remember, Robar serving the back half of a 10-minute misconduct played a lot on the blue line for Slovenia. He's in the box.
It was the hit to the head penalty with under 2 minutes to go in the second period. And Belarus converted on for their second power play goal of this tournament, first of the hockey game. They're 1 for 3 this game, and the Kostitsa brothers have also teamed up to put some points on the board.
Krantz in, centers. Verlic can't get to it. At the line they do. Tipped in front, Orbis, and reaching back, Lalonde makes the stop to rob Orbis on the doorstep.
Never good when you're a goaltender and you're facing your own net on all fours, but that's how Lalonde was able to keep this puck from going in the net. Face-off win by Murzak, back to the point, and it's going to go through some traffic. You see here, Lalonde stretches out. Urbas thinks it's underneath him, and it is, but it's free. Lalonde then gets twisted around. The whistle saves him from a puck going onto a Slovenian stick and into the net. And Urbas was the better point producers in their qualification games to get to the Olympics in 2018.
Belarus trying to send Pavlovic away. 2 goals in the hockey game for 71 in white. Nifty setup near the end of the second as well for Sienkiewicz. Slovenia countering Krantz all the way down to the corner. Trying to cycle in deep with Rodman, who has the puck now. Darts in behind Lalonde. Rodman for Slovenia. Pavlovic making certain that everyone knew he didn't have the hold on. Goliacic can't find a blue liner. Krantz, who now has to defend. Belarus in. Sharangovic to Linglet. A shot off a stick, off the shoulder of Krojul, up and out.
This line has created most of the offense in the hockey game. Charles Linglet with 2 assists. There's Dave Lewis, the coach, the Canadian. Had a long NHL career and some stops along the way as an NHL bench boss. 15 NHL seasons for Lewis. Over 1,000 NHL games. Coach for the Red Wings, the Bruins. Pretty good career numbers. 135 wins, 83-21 his record behind the NHL. Benches and teams he's been coach.
Stefanovic against Lucic, who wins it back for Slovenia. Gregorc to the far boards, room there for Kuralt. Pass behind Pem at center. Belarus right back in, should be icing and will be.
Stefanovic is the setup man on that power play goal late in the second period, finding a puck loose in front of the net and putting it onto the stick of Stas, who was being knocked to the ground. Yeglish has a goal in this game as well, also on the power play. But part of the undisciplined play, his first game in the tournament, it was noticed afterwards, a kick to the head of the Swiss player Rufinok, had him a 2-game suspension.
Stefanovic, former Maple Leafs prospect, dished it over and a shot handled by Krojul. Slovenia flying out. Yeglish, the puck carrier, has Sabolic to net, drops off for Tachar, the trailer, and just could not quite get a grip on that puck to make the 3-on-2 look better.
Slovenia is going to score any more goals in this period. It's going to come off one of those 3 players' sticks.
From center, 4 hold the line. Kreitnar into the corner near side. Easy puck win there for Belarus. Sergei Kostitsin backhands it down low for brother Andre. Behind the net. Soft plays. Kovacevic just had to stay with him. Slovenia earns the puck back. Sabolic ahead. Tachar as well into his shift. Healing to the bench. Verlic takes over. Verlic on the wrong side of the puck. Slovenia zone. Backhand around, does not clear. Krantz comes down. Try to play back to the line. Didn't work for Murzak.
Krantz, the 35-year-old defenseman, has been sneaking down the left boards, trying to find some offense.
Murzak delivers deep. Pressured there was Kenko. Verlic, cross ice, in on the right wing side. Orgrianchik pulls up, passes back. Missing that one, Podlipny, and away. Belarus. Coming down the right side, Kogalev. Kovalev again. Into the near corner, Linglet for Stas. Stick check there as he let it go. Belarus gets it back. Stas, who had the 5-2 goal near the end of the second. Rodman counteracts for Slovenia. And Rodman trying to push to the front of the net. Back at the line, Gregorts holds in, tip just wide off a stick play from Goljacic. And Milan breathes easier.
Almost something out of nothing there as Gregorts had a tough time keeping the play alive at the blue line. Got it towards the net. The tip, though, is wide on the blocker side.
Rodman gets it in, but not far. Verobai, hard around. Pavlovic. Sharangovic. Tangled up at center. Breitnar spreads it out off the stick of Pem. Cleanly into the Belarus zone. Verobai hit. Slovenia the puck. Played back to the line. Wrist shot Kovacevic blocked. Held in once again by Slovenia. Been seeing Slovenia work the puck back, which is okay, but that time Kuralt was down low in the zone. Looked like he could drive the net with a shot and passed it up.
Both Kuralt and Pem finished their checks up ice. Kuralt had created the play previous to that.
Slapper, Sabolic on, left pad stop. Lalonde, a big rebound just out of the grasp of Yeglic coming down the far boards. Sabolic again, across into Belarus territory. Sabolic passed over to Char's shot, shoveled into the pads of Stefanovic, and nearly a holding call as the play moves in, and I think that's what it'll be at the end of the day for Droz.
Yeah, that's not the right play to make. Sergei Droz, 30 games at this level, yet to register a single point. And he's going to put his team down a man. Can't get to the breakaway as that puck is rolling away from him, so he just wraps up the Slovenian player, takes him down. He doesn't like the call. Slovenia does. They're on the power play.
Slovenia had 2 power plays in the second period to work with. Unable to capitalize. This is the 4th of the game for Slovenia. Do have a power play goal way back in the first period. Slovenia down 5-2. Man advantage is necessary to take advantage. Verilic, near circle. Urbas to the line. Kovacevic. Back to Urbas. Cross ice. Breitnar fakes. Kovacevic. Back to Breitnar. Kovacevic, left circle, a drive, and that one off the crossbar and out. Lalonde still looking for it.
Finally, a one-timer works for them, but it's bar and out. 2 defensemen trying to set each other up for one-timers. Breitnar puts it across. And ting, crossbar. Lalonde was late to get there. He won't have to worry. It's a heck of a one-timer by Kovacevic. Slovenia's given up 5 goals or more in every one of their games. Belarus with 5 goals tonight. They only had 6 goals total coming into their game this evening.
Verbally illustrating the uphill climb when it gets to the large number on the board, but Slovenia with 113 on the power play trying to work their way back in the hockey game. Murzak got in, lost it in the corner, no support. Belarus as far as center. Sabolic cuts it off to Char with Murzak clearing, comes in, cuts wide and just offside they say. Although Tachar looked like he opened up.
Yeah, initially one linesman had waved it off, but the stutter step of the blue line brings about the whistle. I've been impressed with Sabolic in this game. Don't believe he'd be the type of KHL player that can make the transition to the NHL. He's 20 years old. Maybe that window's slowly closing, but for Slovenia, just a breath of fresh air. Always working hard, part of some offense, leading the team in scoring at this tournament. They need more Saboliches.
Off the dot outside the Belarus zone. Slovenia still in the back half of a power play. Urbas cutting wide, curls him behind the lawn, plays it to the far boards. Skating in with a shot, goes over top of the glove side of the lawn, hustling to the near point. Kovacevic settles, wants to shoot. Kovacevic, top of the slot to Orbis. Toe drag wrister off the mask of the lawn that jumps out, and Slovenia able to keep that alive. Tail end of the power play. Verlic driving off the right wing side, pulls up behind the goal. Verlic looking out in front. As Orbis top of the crease, goes to the far boards instead. Praetnar one-timer, healed it, and it's blocked in front and cleared by Belarus.
What a disappointment that is. Praetnar was pointing over to Rodman so that the pass would go to him from behind the net to the right wall, back to the point. He's got the one-timer ready to go. And
Sabolic to Tachar, one last vie for it. 3 seconds left, Slovenia power play. Prancing from the line, behind the net. Droz is out, 5-on-5. Cross-ice pass, Vidmar Sabolic. Sabolic tangled up in the corner. Sabolic trying to center from behind the goal, didn't make it out in front. Can sense the desperation from Slovenia a little bit now. No icing on the play down the ice by Belarus.
Well, they'll be looking up at the clock after each shift. 3 goals in this third to tie if things go their way, but the power play just there didn't.
Belarus scored 4 in the second period to jump out to a 5-2 lead. Sharangovic for Belarus. Pried free by Yeglish. Behind the net, Podlipnik. Moving through center. Hooked from behind by Linglet slightly. Deposited into the Belarus zone. Near side, the captain Murzak pinned to the end boards. That's a big Belarusian blanket from Vrobai, and the play whistled dead. No goals in the third, but 4 in the second. Have Belarus up 5-2 against Slovenia. Tall task for Slovenia as we bring you back to Paris. John Abbott, Dave Tomlinson with you. It becomes a little bit tougher as Murzak heads to the box. And right after Slovenia power play, Belarus has the man advantage.
It was a high sticking call. He was battling in the corner in the Belarusian zone and was clipped with the stick up high, errant, but he'll sit for 2 or less.
Andrei Kostitsyn collects the puck in the Belarus power play. Down low, Andrei Kostitsyn gets it back. Vrobai at the line, plays it across. Sergei Kostitsyn with it, in front for Linglet. Passed in front, Kulikov a drive, and he got the rebound, sending it wide on the glove side of Krozhel.
First stop was a good one, but the rebound went right to a scoring area.
Slovenia able to exit the zone. 4th power play of the hockey game for Belarus. They are 1 for 3. That arrived late in the second period.
And the Slovenian goaltender Krozhel just checked the edges on his skate, specifically his right leg.
Belarus back in. Linglet spreads it out. Kulikov pressured. Andrei Kostitsyn behind the net. Moved along to Sergei, now in the near boards. Belarus power play. Minute left in it. Vrobai at the line, shoots, tipped on, and Krozhel reacts to make the save. He's got it between the pads.
Linglet's been good in front of the net. 2 helpers in the hockey game for him. Just holding and waiting is Andrei Kostitsyn, and then look at the hand-eye there, drawing it from a wide shot to a good tip towards the center of the goaltender. Earlier, though, the setup play, Demkov, blocker stop, and then some help with the rebound.
Drawing Belarus and the captain Stas. To Lisovitz. Kavershin now takes over. Kavershin waiting, looks across. Kavershin to the line. Jammed up. And Lisovitz has to regroup after the pressure from Tachar.
Slovenia could afford to pressure here. Belarus, They're sloppy.
Right on cue, Yeglich is still shorthanded. Yeglich tried to cut to the slot, couldn't corral it for a shot. Slovenia and Goliacic able to keep it down low a while longer. 20 seconds to go, Belarus power play. Suppose the same is true for Belarus in the sense that they have time to set something up with a 5-2 lead.
Well, they don't really even have to be in the offensive zone. They can kill the clock, but getting a little sloppy, and it might just give Slovenia some life.
Kenkel sent it around. Played to the far boards. Penalty over. Slovenia back to 5-on-5. 9:17 to go to try and come back from 3 goals down. Belarus, far corner. Murzak behind the net. Murzak changes directions on the glove side of Lalonde, swoops right back. Murzak, a little Dougie Gilmore. Reverse number, plays to the line. Urbas, a shot tipped and just wide as Belarus got a piece over the glove side of Lalonde. Slovenia trying to generate some chances. Murzak. Giving Sharangovic fits behind the net. Murzak into the corner. Belarus and Praetnar there as well. 5, now 6-man scrum in that near corner. Praetnar positioning for a shot if it came to him. Murzak driving the net out of the near side, and he goes down in a heap. Puck didn't go with him. I think another penalty ensuing from that play.
It's going to be a boarding call after all the hard work by the captain, Murzak, who took the penalty that was just killed off. This is going to be a hard hit from Urbas. He finishes high, and Pavlovic feels it.
Slovenia number 26, minor penalty for boarding.
This is not going to help their cause trying to come back. You saw that previous shift, just the elusiveness, the stop and go of Jan Murzak, trying to make up for that penalty, try to create some offense, and instead the captain's out of the penalty box. The alternate captain is in. It's Jan Urbas.
5th power play of the hockey game for Belarus. Back-to-back chances with the man advantage. 8:23 to go in the 3rd, and wired down by Slovenia. Interesting, to your point, Dave, to find out when Slovenia decides to take more chances down a man. With a 3-goal spread to make up on the board.
Should be taking chances 5-on-5, but they're not giving themselves that opportunity.
Goliacic knocked it down close to high stick, comes in 1-on-1, leaves there for Music in too tight to get a shot. Music shorthanded, works it back. They'll choose to kill the clock this time with a 30 seconds coming off on the penalty kill.
Before this game, Belarus had taken 27 minors, Slovenia just 18.
Sabalic hammers one, Lalonde to stop against a shorthanded threat from Slovenia.
And a continuing theme, Robert Sabalic has been a player. And he's not shy to shoot the puck and really let it fly, but Lalonde comes out, it's in his gear, and he's going to be okay just holding on to it.
Conversion off the draw. Belarus power play. Starts up from their own zone. Stas will carry. Around behind the net of Kozhel. Slovenia gets to it. Gregorts is going to start a rush. Gregorts didn't have numbers. Lost it in the Belarus zone. That works for the penalty kill. Minute left for Slovenia to take off. Lisovitz on his horse, in on the right wing side on the power play. Lisovitz backhander around, fooled Stefanovic from the far side, and then Robov is okay letting that one come out.
Well, this is where they can just hold the puck in their own end until somebody comes. That's Yeglich, but just make them chase. No reason to force a pass that isn't going to connect.
Belarus, 25 seconds to go on the power play, leading 5-2. Linglet tries to center. Linglet out of the near corner, pressure by Kovacevic. Those two continue on up the boards. Kovacevic stick in the lane, stolen. Sharangovic rolls off his blade. Music can't clear. Sienkiewicz a shot and a piece of the right pad from Kozhel. Sienkiewicz having a big night for Belarus. Out of the box is Urbas. Penalty over. Slapper to the net, sticked away by Krojel. 6:15 to go for Slovenia. They must pour it on. Urbas. Out of the corner, centering Murzak, and Lalon a piece of that.
Shenkovic then takes Murzak out of the play. You talked about his night, a goal and 2 helpers. Some offense from the defense from big number 8.
Repe, feels like an eternity since we've mentioned his name. Getting some late minutes for Slovenia. And a quick change. Coming up, Podlipny pulled up with a shot, far boards. Didn't get it through. Big Stefanovic working down low. Rodman, sandwich there. Vorobaj, Rodman still with the puck centering. Didn't make it all the way through the slot. Belarus 2-on-1 the other way. Podlipny back. And coming back to defend as well is Krantz to break up the 2-on-1.
I was thinking that Droz, number 13, might get his first point in years playing in the top-level tournament.
Backing up at the line, Krantz. Slovenia sending it down. Goljacic with it. 5:10 to go in the third. Orgrianchik to Rodman behind the net. Rodman watched by Vorobaj. Rodman. Far boards. Man off the point. Goljacic shoots point blank and skate saved by Lalon.
Some good board work to create that play.
Rodman, high riser, missed high over top of the right shoulder of Lalon. Belarus allowing Slovenia to come at them a bit.
And Rodman just attracts attention going back to his own blue line. And a nice stop from Lalon earlier there on Goljacic.
Stretch pass out of the reach of Sabolic, icing against Slovenia, though Sabolic trying to make it close.
Well, there's no quit in his game. Bastian Goljacic, here he is with the puck on the forehand, the left-hand shot's trying to sneak it blocker side, and just off the top of the right pad. So Lalon, in his aggressive play, keeps it just 2 for Slovenia. Belarus has 5.
Char will take the face-off. Held it, oh no, did come past Vorobaj, good call at the line there. Here's Slovenia, did take Krojel out. (5-2).
1-on-5, that's what it looked like there for Robar coming up ice.
We'll take that as a no. Sabolic, toe drag wrist shot right into the breadbasket. Easy stop for the line. Belarus up 3, 5-2 late in the game against Slovenia. Playing to avoid relegation, Slovenia and Belarus. A lot on the line, bidding to be part of the 2018 World Hockey Championship from Denmark. Tournament TSN will cover for you, of course, once again, and it's chips in favor of Belarus right now.
Well, 2 years ago, Slovenia placed 16th. They weren't at the tournament last year. Worked their way here, but a lot of work to be done to stay here. And that's sent into the glove of Lalon. So you wonder for Slovenia in their last game if they might give some more opportunities to the younger players. You saw that Kurl didn't get a lot of ice time. He's had that in the third. Same with him. Repa played last game, playing in this one.
Urbas through the slot, backhander off his stick. Vorobaj defending in front. Pressure on for Slovenia, trying a last-ditch effort. Both teams came in without a win. 1 point to their name through a couple of extra time games. Belarus poised to take this one ahead 5-2. Repes sends it in. Icing will be called. It's Korea and Austria that are going to move up next year. Denmark playing in Group A. They can't go anywhere as tournament hosts. So it's a grouping at the bottom of Italy in Group A, Slovenia and Belarus in Group B.
And things look so promising at the end of the first period. Rodman with a sneaky shot to put the Slovenian team up 2-1. And then the second period came along. Slovenia wasn't ready. And the game changed then.
Belarus putting together back-to-back strong performances, took France right to the wire, and had a 3-2 lead in the third, in fact, against the hosts. Slovenia just trying to throw anything to the goal. That shot missed to the right of Lalonde. Belarus would find their point in that game and are looking like they're going to find some more with a 5-2 lead here.
Well, Nick Sapancic knows coming into a tournament like this, he has to get more out of his group than they are as a collective unit. Push them, not too hard, but in giving up 5 goals a game in their last, well, every game. Look at the shootout loss in their opener. That shootout goal counts as the 5th, so promising start, bitter end. And the hurry-up face-off is not in effect.
Tachar, draw win, Pregnar handles at the line for Slovenia. Dishes over. Tachar, again Pregnar. Shot with traffic in front, Uglic, the rebound off the save from Lalonde and can't put the second chance on. Belarus the clear.
And there's been a lot of that opportunity with the goaltender now at the bench for Slovenia, for them to shoot at the first time, not wait.
And Sabolic, a big two-hand slash in front of the Belarus bench, so you wonder if things turn sideways here in the final minutes or not. 6-on-5 for Slovenia. Tachar, cross zone pass for Sabolic. Going all in with 2:13 to go. Wrist shot deflected through the slot, wide of the goal of Lalonde. Belarus trying to clear, but they don't mind taking their time doing so. Sergei Kostitsyn down low. Slovenia wins the puck back. Kovacevic at the line, dishes over. Under 2 to go in the third. Murzak, Kovacevic, hammered slap shot missed on the blocker side of Lalonde. Held in, Murzak. 6-on-5 Slovenia. Last ditch effort. Murzak. Far point, Kovacevic back to Murzak off the tip of a stick of Sergei Kostitsyn. Now they'll find the side door play. Murzak again, cross crease, had it sent back towards the slot. Slovenia deflects it down after it looked like Belarus would clear. Murzak, right point, Kovacevic under his stick, that'll clear. 1:22 to go in the third.
Just don't understand, and making a pass across all the players to a guy who can't take it as a one-timer. Lalonde was trying to size it up for a shot down the ice. He wants a goal in this game. Empty net. Kroschel at the bench. The icing call, though, against Belarus is there's some miscommunication. You think Lalonde's going to try to get to the ear as defenseman. Hey, if I get out there and stop it, get out of the way. I'm going all Hextall on things.
Speaking of Hextall, GM for Team Canada, we'll have Canada-Switzerland coming up 2 p.m. Eastern, TSN 1, 3, and 4. Which should be a good game between Canada, top Group B, trying to remain undefeated. Swiss not far behind.
The Swiss have put up a brick wall in their net, named Giannoni, with 2 shutouts so far.
No goalie in for Slovenia. Kroschel has been on the bench since before the 2-minute mark was handed down. Belarus 5, Slovenia 2. 6 attackers on for Slovenia. Draw forced into the corner, Belarusian zone. Goljacic there, as is Rodman. Goljacic to Rodman down low. Tangled up, penalty coming Belarus. Opportunity Slovenia. Slapper by Robar. You'd think Slovenia would just allow Belarus to touch up here. Slovenia still playing. Already have the extra attacker on, and Verlic a slapper. And now touching it was Sienkiewicz. Well, no clean possession. 37 seconds left, and Belarus will be forced to bring the whistle.
going to be a tripping call. Sergei Kostitsyn, instead of moving his feet, gets the stick under the feet. You see right here of Urbas. Textbook trip. 6-on-4 for Slovenia. This game drags on near the end.
Fifth power play of the hockey game for Slovenia. Their net has been empty. Down 3 goals. They'll go out fighting. Empty net to play for, shorthanded, and it's sent down wide.
I was looking to see if they'd have Pavlovic on the ice. So he's sitting on 2 goals. He's in a penalty-killing role, so he's going to try to go for the empty net if he ever sees the puck.
20 seconds left. Sabolic cutting through, falling backwards on an edge was Lalonde. Not burned that time as Belarus protects, and they'll clear. Final drive for Slovenia. Tachar in, cuts wide, shoots, stop Lalonde, look behind him, back to Sabolic, passes off, and Belarus comes up with a big victory, 5-2 over Slovenia to move ahead of their opponent in the standings and survive relegation.
They turned the tables with a strong second period, scored early in that period, scored late in that period, and that was all the scoring they'd need. 5-2 victors, and they'll stay and play as Slovenia won't be so lucky.
5-2 the final. Belarus over Slovenia for their first win at the tournament. Canada, Switzerland coming up a little later from Paris, France.
Mesdames et messieurs, les meilleurs joueurs du match seront récompensés par la montre officielle du tournoi remise par Tissot, chronométreur officiel du championnat du monde IIHF 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, the best player of each team will be awarded with the official watch of the event given by Tissot, official timekeeper of the 2017 IIHF World Championship. Les montres seront remises par the watch will be given by Mr. Janek Skravek, member of the Slovenian Ice Hockey Federation, et Mr. Igor Rachkovsky, president of the Belarus Ice Hockey Federation. Le meilleur joueur de l'équipe de Slovénie, best player of team Slovenia, le numéro 12, number 12, David Rodman. Le meilleur joueur de l'équipe de Biélorussie, best player of team Belarus, le numéro 71, number 71, Alexander Pavlovic. Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez vous lever pour l'hymne national de la Biélorussie. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the national anthem of Belarus.
rapprocher, ça va être des matchs comme on les a bien évidemment. Revenez-nous très très vite, vous avez vos billets de sortir bien par la porte aussi, et si vous n'avez pas, à récupérer absolument très très vite du côté des boutiques.
If you already have your tickets for the next match between Belarus and Switzerland, please reach gate C. If you don't have your tickets, you can still buy it on the tickets of IIHF. Tout à fait. Et on commence maintenant pour passer au retour de ranking sur les équipes de
Voilà le ranking, et on trouve le Canadien de Suisse qui s'est élevé dans la troisième position. Ils seront là sur la glace dans quelques instants maintenant, dans quelques minutes. Vous les retrouverez bien sûr si vous avez votre billet pour la suite. Voilà, avec les derniers petits changements, on retrouve lui qui au plus sur cette position, non pas avec un seul point, mais avec 4. Les 3 qui viennent de prendre maintenant sur ce dernier match, plus le petit point qu'ils avaient déjà gardé au cours des premiers jours.
Group B, Team Canada will play against the third of the group, Switzerland, in an hour and a half. And then you can see the 7th place for Belarus after the win versus Slovenia. Slovenia is now ahead in the win.
C'est plus qu'une simple mission. C'est un vrai dévouement. Ce sont des heures de travail acharné. C'est un sentiment de fierté. C'est un engagement sans limite. C'est un esprit d'équipe. C'est pour toutes ces raisons que depuis 25 ans, le partenaire principal des championnats du monde de hockey sur glace.
Accompagné sur la moindre phase, ou plus soigné par les étoiles comme de l'arena.
Benjamin a indiqué qu'il est important d'avoir un billet, il est important d'avoir. C'est évidemment demain on compte sur vous. Match à 16h15 en plein milieu de ce dimanche ici, il va nous faire très beau.
Well, it started last night with a strong performance against France. Today, you guys pull off the victory against Slovenia. What has been the biggest improvement over the last 2 games?
Well, I think just our, our level of competitiveness. We played some really good teams at the start of the tournament, and I think that kind of got to us, mentally. But these last couple of games we know are crucial for us to staying in the top group. And I thought we did a good job against a Team France that's riding this chance to play at home, and we got a big point out of that, and to come out and steal 3 points today from Slovenia, knowing the importance of the game was really big for us.
I was speaking with Dave Lewis before the game, and he said there's only so much I can do to prepare this group. At the end of the day, it comes down to them. Did you feel like there was a sense of rallying amongst this group and a weight lifted off your shoulders?
Well, I think so. We've Dave drew as many X's and O's as he could on the board, but when it comes time to play, it's up to us, and we have to look at each other and you know, decide whether we want to do this together or not. And I think today was good proof of that.
You have a different vantage point of the ice. What did you see from the group today that you can replicate to have success against Norway?
Well, I think we just have to play 60 minutes. You know, we got lucky with, you know, not playing our best 20 to start the game, but, you know, I thought we came out really good in the second period, and then we held on in the third, but I think we're just going to have to play 60 minutes because Norway's a good team, and they're looking for the quarterfinals, so we're going to try and spoil that for them.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Introducing the 2017 IIHF app.
And determination I need every day. The years of training, pushing myself to be the strongest, the strongest.